Let me tell you something. The first morning I ever woke up on my new farm, I hadn't even had a sip of coffee before my whole life turned upside down. I'm talking red alert, circus-level crazy, and all because of a woman named Karen. Yeah, that name fits just as well as you'd think. I'm standing there in my boots, keys to the old John Deere still dangling in my hand, when I hear her before I see her. This high-pitched voice, barking out orders like she's leading a parade. Next thing I know, she's right at the edge of my driveway, arms folded tight, face redder than a sunburned tomato, and she's waving a paper like she's about to cast a spell. "You can't live here," she yells, real loud, the kind of voice you can hear clear across the county line. And she's so sure of herself, I actually double-check my own name for a second. I just stare at her, try to wrap my head around what's happening, and she jabs a finger at the ground like she's Moses with the Ten Commandments. "This is HOA property. You don't belong here." Now, you gotta understand, this wasn't some mix-up at the DMV. I'd spent every dime, every ounce of energy, every spare weekend for years to buy this farm. And here's this stranger telling me it's not mine? So, I take a deep breath, try to keep my voice from shaking. "Excuse me," I say, real calm. She steps closer, drops her voice like she's letting me in on some dark secret. "I've got rules, and I enforce them." Then she gives this laugh, sharp, fake, the kind that makes your stomach twist. You know the type. I watch her storm off toward my house, snatching fake notices off my mailbox and slapping them around like she's decorating for Halloween. My little girl peeks out the front door, eyes wide. "Daddy, what's she doing?" she whispers. I crouch down, force a smile. "She's just confused, sweetheart. We're okay." Meanwhile, Karen's banging on my porch railing so hard I'm scared she'll break the darn thing. And suddenly, she's on her phone, speed dialing what she calls her security team. That should have been my warning right there. A black SUV comes rumbling up my dirt road, big and shiny, way too fancy for this neck of the woods, and I spot the guys inside, dressed all in black with these knockoff badges flashing in the sun. Sirens that aren't real sirens, lights that look like they came from a kid's birthday party. But hey, fake confidence is still confidence, right? I walk out slow, hands up, heart pounding, but my chin high. I'm not going anywhere, I tell them. One guy leans out the window, flashes his badge, tries to look tough. "Sir, you need to leave immediately." And that's when I really get a good look at his badge. Too shiny, way too new, like something you'd win at a carnival. My brain kicks in. I'm not helpless. I've got paperwork, property deeds, even cameras set up all over, because you can never be too careful out here. So I pull out my phone, camera already rolling, and say, "Actually, I own this land." And I got all on tape. "You're trespassing." For a split second, Karen looks like she's seen a ghost. Color drains right out of her. Then she tries to double down. "You think a piece of paper matters? I can ruin you." But I just smirk, thinking about what my late wife used to say. Chaos makes fools of bullies. Karen? She was a one-woman hurricane, and right then, she was spinning out of control. But I'll tell you what, I wasn't backing down. Not today, not any day. Part of me wondered just how far she'd go before reality smacked her upside the head. Her little crew of pretend cops looked nervous, glancing at each other, not sure who was actually in charge. Karen's yelling, arms flapping like she's conducting an orchestra. "You'll regret this." I keep my hands steady, but my mind's running a mile a minute. She's desperate, and desperate people make mistakes. And then, out of nowhere, she charges toward the gate, tries to shove her SUV right across my property line. The driver slams the brakes, dust flying everywhere. I throw an arm in front of my daughter, step right between them, and let out a bark I didn't know I had in me. "Step back." She freezes for a split second, then spits, "You can't stop me." But here's the twist. My cameras in the trees had caught every last second, streaming straight to my phone. The whole circus, recorded in high def. I turn the phone around, show her the live feed. "Smile, Karen. You're on record." Her face cycles from red to pink to pale white. She tries to laugh it off, but it comes out shaky as a scared cat. That doesn't mean anything. I step in quiet but firm. Actually, it means the police will know exactly who's impersonating them, who's breaking the law. Her hands are shaking now, and then I see something weird. She drops a little glass vial while she's backing away. It hits the dirt, rolls toward my boots. I pick it up, sniff, smells like chemicals sharp and strange. My heart starts to hammer. Was she planning something worse? Before I can even ask, she whirls around and stomps off into the trees, muttering curses I probably shouldn't repeat in front of my kid. My daughter's eyes are huge. Did you see that? I nod, try and play it cool. Yeah, we're just getting started. But right there, standing on my own driveway, it hits me. Karen's not just crazy, she's dangerous. The next move? That's on her. That night, I barely sleep a wink. Every shadow in the farmhouse seems to move. I keep replaying the way she looked at me, the fake badges, that weird chemical vial. Deep down, I know she's not done. I gotta be ready. Sun comes up, slicing through the barn window, and I head outside just to clear my head. That's when I see it. Fresh tire tracks running straight to my chicken coop. The door's scratched, feathers everywhere, a couple of hens missing. My stomach drops. Karen's crossed the line, straight into my property. My phone buzzes. Unknown number, video message. I click. There she is, Karen, holding that same vial, grinning like a villain in a bad movie. Do what you want, mister. Farmer, but this little gift will make you regret ever buying land outside my HOA. The screen goes black. Chemical threat. I'm not sure what she's really planning, but I do know this. I've got training she doesn't know about. Years back, I served in the military. Learned a thing or two about handling threats, reading people, setting traps of my own. I grab my emergency kit, check every camera angle, and then, because old habits die hard, I call in a favor from a buddy of mine, still on the force. By noon, I hear the knock. 2 real cops this time, uniforms crisp, eyes sharp. Karen's already beat me to the punch, called in some story about illegal occupancy and threatening behavior. I stay cool, show him the deed, all my paperwork, and most importantly, the camera footage from yesterday. The officers watch it all. Then one looks up, kind of sheepish. You actually own this place? I nod. Every inch. And she's the trespasser. They write it down, warn Karen to back off, and head out. You could practically see the panic spreading through Karen's HOA group chat. Suddenly, she's just a regular person outside those HOA gates. No authority, no backup, just her and her anger. But here's the thing. I knew she wasn't finished. People like her never are. The weeks roll by. Every couple days, it's something new. Fake complaints to the county, nasty notes left on my fence. Even one time, she blocked my driveway with her SUV, thinking she'd trap me in. But every time, I'm ready. Cameras rolling, documents lined up, not giving her an inch. Then, just when I think she might finally run out of gas, she comes back. But this time, she's brought friends. A little crowd of neighbors, some nodding along, most just looking uncomfortable. Karen's yelling, jabbing her finger at me. You're breaking the rules. You can't live here. I hold my ground, no shouting, just steady. Actually, I say, raising my phone, I own this land. Every inch. And here's every attempt you've made to trespass or harass me. Her face goes ghost white. The neighbors murmur. People are taking out their own phones, recording her meltdown. And then, my final card. I call the sheriff, the real one, a guy I know from back in my Army days. Doesn't take long. Soon as the cruisers pull up, everyone knows it's over. Karen tries her usual act, but nobody's buying it now. No fake badge, no HOA rulebook, nothing. She's caught, in front of everyone. The sheriff's team walked her off my property. No drama, just business. My daughter darts out and jumps into my arms. Daddy, we're safe. I squeeze her tight. We're more than safe, kiddo. We're free. That night, I sit on the porch, breath coming easy for the first time in weeks, watching my girl chase fireflies under a sky so big it makes you feel like anything's possible. Karen lost because she thought fake power could beat real grit. Turns out, truth's got a way of winning, slow sometimes, but steady. I look at that old farmhouse, battered but still standing, and I know it's more than land. It's freedom. It's proof that some things you earn, nobody can take. And here's the kicker. A week later, the story goes viral. Somebody posted the sheriff's video, the whole showdown, online. People from all over start sending messages. Some are laughing, some sharing their own HOA horror stories, most just cheering us on. Feels good, knowing you're not alone. But let me ask you, when it comes down to it, what do you think justice really means? Is it paperwork, power, or just standing your ground when the world tries to shove you off it? Drop a comment. Tell me what you'd have done in my shoes. And hey, if you've got a story about a bully like Karen, you know what I mean, I want to hear it. Hit that subscribe if you want more. And remember, out here, we take care of our own.